everyone, Christiana here for Card Player TV for another edition of Strategy, and I'm here with James Mackey. Thanks so much for being here.
Hi, Christy.
And we're going to be talking about re-raising pre-flop. All right, when you're in a tournament, what kinds of things are you considering, and in talking about the type of player you're playing against, the stack sizes, when you want to re-raise pre-flop in a tournament?
I'd say the number one thing I consider before I 3-bet or raise is the type of player I'm playing against. Just how often they're opening, and then also how often they 4-bet, because you don't want to 3-bet somebody who is going to 4-bet you really lightly. Second after that is stack sizes. You need to know if whenever you 3-bet, are you going to commit yourself or can you 3-bet fold? And then once you've determined your stack size, then your hand begins to matter. Like if you're really deep, your hand does matter because they're likely to flat call or they're more likely to 4-bet. Whereas if you have like 35 big blinds or so and you 3-bet, you're probably not going to get flat called too often. They're either going to 4-bet or fold. So in that case, your hand doesn't matter as much.
So against the type of player who can easily 4-bet shovel in, are you re-raising just your good hands then?
It depends somewhat on like the table flow and the dynamic and how he views me as a player. If he thinks I'm tighter, then I can 3-bet loose. But if he thinks I'm aggressive, then I will, only 3-bet for value against them.
What about players who are pretty sticky and are calling your 3-bets a lot pre-flop? Does your hand really matter then because you're going to have to play post-flop a lot?
Your hand definitely matters and your position matters a lot. If you're on the button, your hand will matter a lot less because you're going to be able to win a lot more pots easily. But especially if you're re-raising out of position and they're prone to call a lot, then your hand will matter.
Okay. Another thing is that when you're in the blinds, how does your considerations change when you're 3-betting out of position?
Generally, if you're deeper, I'm going to 3-bet a tighter range just because you're going to be called more often. And with 3-bet sizing, whenever I'm out of position, I'll make it bigger to try and discourage some people from flat calling as much.
Okay. And bigger in terms of what? Like, would you say, what's the difference when you're 3-betting in position and 3-betting out of position? Is it like 3x, 4x? What are you kind of going for?
It depends on the stack size. If we're really deep and I'm in position, I'll probably make it either 2.5x or 3x their raise. If I'm out of position, it'll be around 3.5 to 4x.
Okay. Does it matter if your stack sizes are deeper or shallower when you figure out what kind of bet size you're going to make?
Yeah, if you're deeper, generally you'll 3-bet to a larger amount. If you're shorter to where people are going to flat less often, you can get away with 3-betting to smaller amounts.
Makes sense. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Christiana with James Mackey for Card Player TV.